As you probably know, these are very controversial. Typically, institutions that are ranked at the top of these ranking systems are small. They're small and elite. They charge high fees. And because of that, because they're small and they charge high fees, they are able to be research intensive. And it does mean, if one excludes UCT as a particular institution, typically institutions in the top 10, top 20, top 50 for that matter, are institutions that are on average size between 16 and 22,000 students. On average, 60 to 70% of the enrollment is postgraduate enrollment. And that is why they're in a pole position in terms of research output. But of course, again, what does one measure? Does one measure research output? Does one measure the graduate contribution, postgraduate and undergraduate contribution? Or does one look at the particularities of a society, in addition, of course, to the comparative important issues as well? Clearly, in the case of South Africa, we have to take into account that many children, many young people, have not had the opportunity to access university. And so many of our institutions play simply the role of providing access. And so in South Africa, we have a range of institutions, in particular historically disadvantaged or black institutions, whose primary role, at least for now, seems to be to make a contribution to providing intergenerational change and transformation in our society. UJ finds itself amidst, shall I say, a midstream both of these examples. So you have a research-intensive institution, such as UCT on the one hand, smaller, much smaller than UJ, and on the other hand, you have a historically black or disadvantaged institution. Let's think of University of Zululand by way of example. So what does UJ do? It provides both access, and so as many as 42,000 of our students are enrolled in undergraduate programs, while 6,500 to 7,000 of our students are enrolled in postgraduate programs. UJ is a medium-intensive research output institution. Our research output, for example, up 42% in the last 4 years. Our intention is to double it from the current base in the next 3 to 5 years. Certainly, by 2015, we expect to have hit that target of doubling from the 2009 base our research output. And so, from the point of view of UJ, UJ is a 9th ranked Africa university, and that is helpful, that's important. We believe that there is still significant progress we can make, and so for the moment, in terms of rankings, our focus is on moving up on the Africa rankings rather than focusing on global rankings. But of course, if the concern with rankings becomes such an not only overarching goal, but becomes the only goal of an institution, then clearly it is going to be in trouble. Certainly in South Africa, here in Johannesburg, in terms of making a contribution to undergraduate output, and in particular, therefore, to the highly skilled resources required here in this Gauteng province, in the country and beyond. And so moving up in the rankings is important and helpful, but it can't be the primary goal of the University of Johannesburg.